Hello my lovelies, welcome to my channel. Susie here from Susie Mac Creations, and I'm with you today coming to you with a request from one of my lovely subscribers. This particular lady has been following me for quite a while, and she recently sent me a message saying, "Oh my goodness, Susie, I saw one of your videos on a ballet themed journal, and my granddaughter has just, I don't know what grade she has, I can't remember what grade she's up to, but she said she would like me to please make her a similar journal so that she could track her progress throughout her ballet journey." So I said I would be delighted, but I couldn't do an exact copy. I just couldn't. I don't do copies of anything. They're all one-off originals. But this, I'll put this to the side. This was the original journal that I made. And it's a flip-flop journal, or they call them a never-ending journal. And I made it as part of my design team project a couple of years ago now for the lovely Amanda over at Create with Scrimping Mummy. And it's been sitting on my shelf. So this particular follower or subscriber saw the video, went back through some of my old videos and watched it, and asked me if I could make her granddaughter one. And I said yes. So I thought I would include it as part of my design team project for this month for Amanda. And to remind you that there are some stunning past collections that maybe you've forgotten about, or maybe you're not a subscriber to Amanda's Ko-fi shop, where this would be available. All her past collections are available to her new subscribers. So I thought I would resurrect it, so to speak, and show you what I've done. I'll put this to the side and I'll bring in the new one. And it is a never-ending journal, or a flip-flop journal, whichever you like to call it. And the measurements are 8.5 by 4.5, and it hasn't got a spine, but the width when it's closed is 2 inches. It contains 2 signatures. Let's open up the tie, which is just a very nice frayed ribbon wrapped around twice and tied in a pretty bow. I'll pop that to the side. You can stand up when it's open like so. It actually measures about 2.5. So let's go through. We'll start from this end, and this was made from an envelope, this particular front cover, and it contains a beautiful ballet dancer's image, which is part of the collection. These beautiful pink ballet shoes, stunning. We open it up and there's a belly band made from just the some of the ephemera that's available in the collection. And the collection is actually called Vintage Ballet or Vintage Ballerina. And we have 2 little flashcards for journaling. We have a pocket from this stunning paper, and again we have a beautiful image of a ballerina, and we have a little envelope that comes with the kit, and again it says Nusset family. Now whether these girls are a family, I don't know, but it's very pretty anyway, and this young lady can keep her memorabilia within the little envelope. We open it up and we come to our first signature. If I open this up, as you can see, there's quite a lot in here. It's a chunky little monkey. We have just a plain piece of the paper and a plain piece here. You don't need to do anything to these. They're so beautifully decorated anyway. So we turn it over, and we have lined paper which has been printed out, and I've used my stencils to decorate just the corner using some Distress Oxide inks, and this is a splatter stamp, just to give it some texture. Here we have a brown paper bag that I've decorated using some lace, some extra papers left over, a little bit of handmade paper, and this holds a little flashcard that can be journaled on. We open it up and we come to the back, and I used just some script paper that I had, made a pocket with some of the green ribbon, a little bit of lace, some of the papers that were left over, and a little die cut flower with a little gem in the middle. And this holds another ballet card. Here we have a double pocket, and again it's the same papers. I've just doubled them over to make two little pockets, another ballerina, and a flashcard that can be used for journaling. We can turn over. This is just a decoration. I've used some of my die cut leaves and the flower on this. This paper here is, if you can see, it's beautiful little lace doilies on there, and this is from the Pretty Paper collection that Amanda has in her store. Again, journaling spot with some stenciling. Turn it over, and we have a 3-tier pocket that I made from a music sheet that I had, and it holds some lovely ephemera. Here I've just used my splatter stamp in the greens and the pinks to coordinate with the colours of the collection. The large tag just slips in here, that one slips in there, and two little ballerinas pop in the bottom pocket. Here I printed out on vellum, beautiful little ballerina girl, just to give you some texture. I love the feel of the vellum. I made a hidden journaling spot. We have a large tag here, and this is avocado dyed paper, and that slips back in there, and the little journaling card pops out like so, and that pops back in like so, and it's hidden. We have some more die cuts, some embossed paper, Nourish Your Soul, some lace, some pink frayed ribbon, a little doily, and again some die cut embellishments. Here I printed out 2 of these pages so that I could fussy cut round here and add it so that it opens up and holds a tag. Here we have just a flashcard, and this is a hidden paper clip which slips back on there. I hope we're getting this in shot, and that holds that card. The center is held together with just 2 little circles. It's a 3 pamphlet stitch, and I left it long and added these little circles on the bottom. Turn it over, and again another flashcard goes into the other part of the hidden paper clip, and I've just used some various bits of laces, memories, a little circle from the collection, and this little gorgeous little ballerina from the collection too. And here again, some lace, some embossed paper, just bits and bobs that were left over, and some things that I had in my stash. Here's the other part of that vellum page. Here, nothing. More journaling. I did an uptuck, just using bits and pieces that were left over. And this was a piece of copy dyed paper. And I've just stenciled on it, added some cutouts that were left over, little snippets, and used my splatter stamp on the back so as that can be used for journaling. Over we go. Just a simple pocket made out of the paper depicting the lovely ballet shoes, some more splatter stamps, and a little tag with some lace at the top for journaling. Here we have the back end of that brown brown paper bag, and I've just decorated with odds and sods. Embossed paper. This is embossed as well, but I've coloured it. It holds a pretty tag with the same pretty paper, copy dyed papers from Amanda's kit. Turn it over. We have another pocket, 2 little ballerinas cards. These were printed 4 to a page. They pop back in there, and another beautiful ballerina that you can journal on the back. Here, more stenciling and colouring and more splatter stamps. Turn it over. We have a double pocket, and again a pretty ballerina and just a flashcard for journaling. They pop back in there. Turn this over and we have another double pocket. And no, this is a single pocket, sorry. We're coming to the end of our signature, and just 2 cards that have been printed 4 to a page, so that I can make little flashcards out of them. And they pop back in like so. We turn it over and we come to the back or the front, whichever. Here I've used an envelope with a glassy in front, a see-through pocket, and I've added the ballerina shoes. And we have a cutout of a ballerina from the collection as well. We open this up, and this is a double pocket, so we have again the lovely ballerina. You can see her here and you can see her here. And we have an envelope to keep those extra special mementos. Nothing here. We open this up and we have a side tuck with these 2 lovely ballerina pictures. Here we have a pocket, and again I've printed out 2 to a page so that I can marry the shape of this up, which is the bottom of this top page here. I've got Opera of Alfonso, 2 little ballerinas, and the shoes again. And we open up and we've got our second signature, which is here. Plain paper, plain paper. I'm saying plain paper, it's beautifully decorated paper, but I mean that there's nothing on here, just beautiful paper. We open up and we have another stencil that's been coloured in, and the splatter stamps. Here we have, instead of a brown paper bag, we have a glassine bag, and that is the pretty little tag. And I meant to corner the round, round the corners, corner the round. Oh my goodness, talk about gobbledygook. I will just round those corners so as they don't get dog-eared. Here's a fussy cut. And again, some of that pretty ribbon. embossed paper, a little gossamer flower with a button and some petals, and that slips back in like so. We turn it over and we have a pocket with some fussy cut roses. I can't remember where these are from. They're definitely from Amanda's collection, but which one I'm not sure. She gives us so many beautiful cut aparts on all of her collections. We have some lace, some embossed paper, some tiny petals, another pretty ballerina, and I think these are peonies. That could be one of the old-fashioned roses. I can't remember. Anyway, that pops in there. We have, again, a double pocket. And we have this beautiful ballerina. The colours are perfect for this collection. The greens and the pinks and the creams. Another flashcard. And a writing card or a journal card. That opens up to another pocket. And again, as you can see, I've printed out two and just cut this one out to hold the same lady that we have on the background. And it can be journaled on at the back. Another vellum page, this time with the ballerina and the beautiful ballet shoes. Another hidden journaling spot, again very similar, but different colours this time, the green and the white doilies. That just slips back in like so. Oops. So that it's hidden. Over we go. And again, I've cut out printed out two pages. One to make this tag spot, tag pocket, and the beautiful ballet shoes, some bling, and a little bit of a applique. We come again to the centre of the signature, and I've just added two little things to make tassels. Here we have an embossed white, not a paper bag, sorry, and I de-embossed this with the colours and added a lovely tag in the pocket. Turn it over, and here we have a hidden, like a policy closure envelope. We open it up, and then again, this was made out of a junk envelope, and I've added the flowers so that the ballet shoes can be seen through the window, and it just closes back up. Oops, like so. Keep it going. Oops. And it just sits there. And this is the back of the vellum printout. Here, just a normal pocket, but again with the same principle of extra journaling space. That pops in there. Turn it over, and again we have a 3-tier pocket made out of a music sheet. And again, I've stamped some little roses and used my splatter stamp and my coffee stamp just to give it a bit of age. That pops back in there. That pops in there. She goes in there, and these two little ones go in there too. Some more journaling space. Turn over, and again we have a glassine bag that I've embossed and coloured using some, I think I used chalks on this one, with this beautiful ballet girl in the pocket. More stenciling, and here we have a large pocket. And if we take this up and bring it down, at the top pocket, again I've done some stenciling, added a pocket with the flashcard and a little envelope again. It can be used for her treasures. We have a flashcard in here. We close that over, and this little seen the ballet, keeps it all closed. We turn it over and we're back to the beginning. Or that could be the beginning. It doesn't really matter because, as they say, it's a never-ending little journal. And I'm sure she will enjoy this when it arrives. She has given me permission to show it because her granddaughter will not see it. So thank you very much, sweetheart. I really appreciate you asking me to make you one. And I hope your granddaughter has lots and lots of fun memories to include in her new journal. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon. In the meantime, bye-bye.